A good evening to you and many thanks for joining us on the evening news on ABS. My name is Ifunaya Amafili, and our stories making our headlines this evening. State government urges contractors handling road projects to uphold standards and specifications. The State Police Command arrests over 135 cultists and others across the state. President Buhari presents 2019 budget to National Assembly. And on the foreign scene, former First Lady of Zimbabwe, Grace Mugabe, declared wanted in South Africa. And we'll go to the news in details. The Anambra Road project contractors have been charged to maintain standards and specifications. The Commissioner for Works, Mr. Marcel Ifejiofor, says Governor Willie Obiano is committed to giving Anambra durable roads with designs and markings. He disclosed this when he led top officials of his ministry to an inspection tour of some roads in Anambra Central Senatorial District. And we'll join Chibuzo Okoye for the rest of the reports.
Among the roads inspected by the commissioner were Estobiako Jua Carriageway, a 3.7-kilometer Unizik Gate Ifitoka Amansi Road, a 3-kilometer Uhuoju Umunnechi Village Ifitenibo Road, as well as a 2.3 GUO Road Adaziani in an Ocha local government area. Speaking shortly after inspecting the roads, Mr. Ifejiofor said that the inspection tour, which will cover the 3 senatorial districts of the state, was to implement the mandate given to them by Governor Obiano to ensure that all contractors working in the state move back to site after the rainy season. Commissioner Ifejiofor, who expressed satisfaction with the level of work done so far by the contractors handling the roads he visited, urged the contractors working on state roads to adhere to terms and conditions of the contract. He explained that Operation Zero Potholes, aggressively going on in all parts of the state, is equally to ensure that the Anambra have smooth ride around the state during this Yuletide.
2.3 kilometers of road, and the contractor is correct. As you can see, he has been fully mobilized to site, and the road is ongoing. We want to assure the other Adazeno and Adazeno that we are going to make this road fully passable before Christmas.
The project manager handling the GUO road, which connects Adaziani and Adazeno communities in an Ocha local government, Mr. Chike Ehwe, assured of delivering the project in a record time.
You can see for yourself, the equipment is already working. And if you right from this very junction, the spur 1 to the end, covering about 700 meters, have been cleared. So more equipment will be coming. And I'm assuring the people that they'll come to Christmas and they'll find that the environment has changed.
In Oka, it's been Chibuzo Okoye for ABS News.
The State Police Command, through its Special Anti-Cultism Squad, has arrested 135 suspected cultists from various parts of the state. According to a statement endorsed by the State Police Public Relations Officer, Mr. Haruna Mohammed, the unit equally recovered some exhibits from the raids, including 4 machetes, some quantities of dry leaves suspected to be Indian hemp, 2 axes, 2 daggers, and native charms of different categories. The statement also said that out of the 135 suspects arrested so far, 41 have confessed and charged to court, 61 were screened and released, while 44 others are under investigation. It also stated that following the intelligence report, police detective attached to Central Police Station Onitsha arrested 2 suspects who allegedly lured one 35-year-old goat gift into a hotel and killed her after having unlawful carnal knowledge with the victim. While preliminary investigations further revealed that the victim was later taken by the hotel staff and dumped at the BSMG roundabout Onitsha without informing the police. The statement said, consequently, 3 of the hotel staff, including the manager, one Mr. Ekene Gabriel of Onitsha, the barman, one Tom Bishop Emmanuel, and the gatesman, one Arume Ifeanyi Godwin, were also arrested, and the case was under investigation, after which suspects will be charged to court for prosecution. In another development, the statement disclosed that the command equally received a complaint that 3 unknown men scaled the fence of Christ Holy Church located at number 30 Orumba Street, Opoko, and forcefully entered the room of the assistant pastor, one Justice Nonso Njiibo, and inflicted a deep machete cut on his forehead, shot and injured him on the left side, and made away with phones of the occupants. It explained that police detectives attached to Opoko Division visited the scene and rushed the victim to St. Charles Borromeo Hospital, where he was confirmed dead on arrival, and the corpse has been deposited in the same hospital morgue for autopsy, while efforts is being intensified to apprehend the assailants and bring them to justice. The command implores the public to report any suspicious persons or movements to the nearest police stations or call emergency number 070-391-94332 for prompt response. The Local Government Service Commission says it is committed to ensuring more sanity in the system and improving productivity amongst its staff. This statement was made in Oka by the chairman of the commission, Dr. Peter Egenti, during the final phase of Local Government Productivity Charter Platform. And our correspondent, Valentine Mbaduga, was at the event and now reports.
The last phase of the Productivity Charter Initiative featured Nnewi North, Orumba North, and Njikoka Council areas. Dr. Peter Egenti, on the occasion, assured of greater commitment to creativity for the benefit of the Commission and, by extension, the society.
The major aim is to improve the productivity of the staff on schedule, on their normal work schedule.
Contributing, the head of local government administration, Nnewi North Local Government Area, Mr. Udoku Onyedibeama, expressed optimism that the initiative will help the staff in active service and even after retirement, as they will make ends meet through the skills already acquired.
This program is very, very commendable, and my prayer is that it will be sustained. It is not something that is going to die, because it will revive that mentality of environment.
In a remark, the Director, Environmental Health Services, Dunukofia Council Area, Mr. Kenneth Ezibe, appreciated the masterminders of the program and maintained that the local government system, through the program, has inculcated into the staff the spirit of self-practice and actualization through skill acquisition.
It keeps the workers busy when they are not engaged in their normal day-to-day activities, even after work. It equips them with skills that we will see them through after retirement from active service.
Earlier, the Member 1 Local Government Service Commission, Dr. Mrs. Ujo Keke, commended the staff for their commitment to service and assured them of more support and encouragement from the Commission. The event featured display of products made from locally sourced raw materials by each of the participating councils. In Oka, Valentine Mbadoga reporting for ABS News.
The call for women to get actively involved in politics seems to be receiving positive response with the recent outing by women from Agwata local government area under the umbrella of Women Wing of the People's Democratic Party. The women known as PDP Mothers took time out to celebrate the unity they have achieved in the 20 wards that make up Agwata local government area at Ekulobia, and will join Ngozi Obileri for the rest of the story.
Speaking with newsmen, the leader of the group, Mrs. Chinelo Ezokafo, said the group was set up to resolve the various differences within PDP. She said that with the financial support of Mr. Godwin Ezemo, a frontline PDP leader, the group has been able to broker peace among the various factions successfully. She explained that within the 3 months of the group's existence, it has been able to visit all the stakeholders in the 20 wards that make up Agwata local government area, and have successfully convinced those who were aggrieved to sheath their swords and embrace the party. On the forthcoming general elections, she said that PDP Mothers have resolved to give zero tolerance to election malpractice through relentless sensitization of their children who are within voting age on best practices during campaigns and voting.
We just decided to come together. All the while we've been crying, all we needed was financier, person to support us. Eventually, God brought us Godwin, who have been sponsoring us. You know, everything is all about money. See, you may have ideas, you may have your worries. Here to air it, the problem becomes money. So since he is out to help finance, so we are out. We are struggling to make it grow. So
she commended Mr. Godwin Ezemo for always supporting women. Mrs. Florence Nweke, coordinator of PDP at Ward 2, said that PDP Mothers will continue to work for harmony within the party so that the party can successfully wrestle power from the center and at the various levels.
PDP Mothers no. And in the PDP Mothers
One of the members of the group, Mrs. Vivian Ezemo, reiterated the position of the PDP Mothers on sustaining the unity in the party, adding that the group stands with PDP's presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, and his running mate, Mr. Peter Obi, and will do everything within their means to secure victory for the party at the 2019 general elections.
PDP Mothers aburugo ihe otu ama amara Anambra State. So I bịara ka anyị nwa aṅụrị nwekwa obi aṅụrị anyị na ndị otu anyị wee nụkọta iji jikọ ofu obi ọnụ wee na-alụ ọrụ dịka PDP Mothers.
On her part, Mrs. Ann Odumehu of Apple Ward 1 expressed her excitement at the way women have organized themselves and are achieving results as one body within their party. Mrs. Felicia Ezanaka, who came from Orumba North to show solidarity with her counterparts in Agwata, lauded the efforts of PDP Mothers, Agwata local government area. From Ekulobia, in Agwata local council area, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Coming up shortly, more news on the 2019 appropriation budget. Do stay with us.
Season's greetings in the Anambra. I wish us all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Chief Willie Obiano Abokuodike, Governor of Anambra State.
Thanks for staying with us. Now moving over to the national scene, President Muhammadu Buhari's presentation of the 2019 appropriation bill to the joint sitting of the National Assembly began on a rancorous note today, when he stated the presentation will be his last for the term at the commencement of his speech. Some lawmakers shouted amen. However, on being interjected at every mention of the modest achievements by his administration in all sectors of the economy, the president was interrupted by claps from those believed to be members of the All Progressive Congress, APC. When he informed the economy recovered from recession, which drew the same response from the floor, the president had to take it again. At this point, the president took a short break from his address to advise the lawmakers to be cautious and mindful of the importance of the day. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari says a bill on implementation of the new minimum wage will soon be sent to the National Assembly for passage. Buhari made this known while presenting the 2019 budget before the joint session of the National Assembly on Wednesday. He assured the House that he was committed to addressing the minimum wage issue, saying he had directed the setting up of a technical committee to look at modes of implementation. The strike force team of the Nigerian Customs Service, NCS, has announced the seizure of 5,662 bags of suspected smuggled rice and 136 bills of second-hand clothes, both valued at 137 million. Mr. Abdullahi Kirawa, National Coordinator, Headquarters of the NIS Strike Force Team, Abuja, said the seizure was made within Cross River and Akwa Ibom area commands of the service. Kirawa, who is the Deputy Comptroller of Customs, said the Strike Force Team, which operated under Zone C, covered the South, South, and Southeast states of Nigeria. According to him, the seizure was made within the last 1 month by men of the team in line with the federal government's policy of curbing the menace of imported rice into the country. The Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship International Oka Zone over the weekend held its end-of-the-year banquet in Oka. The banquet, tagged "His Banner Over Us is Love," also featured children's party to build a peaceful and God-fearing society through gospel outreach to win souls for Christ. And we'll join Valentine Mbaduga for the rest of the details.
Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship International is a congregation of laymen and women founded over 65 years ago with a common aim of winning souls for Christ. In a welcome address, the Full Gospel National Director, Engineer Theophilus Adeniyi, who appreciated the members for their commitment, noted that the second coming of Christ is at hand and urged them to remain steadfast, as God is indeed faithful.
As we are entering Christmas time, I pray that all of them will keep themselves holy and righteous and be a light unto people and not to be carried away by eating and drinking, so that they will go show the light to people.
Addressing the children during the banquet, the chairman of the planning committee, Mr. Chida Abafo, who is also a Full Gospel field representative, noted that the best time to train a child is at the tender stage, adding that Full Gospel is concerned about the future of the society and stressed the need to catch them young for Christ. Earlier, while preaching through testimony sharing, the guest speaker, Reverend Canon Chima Oguchukwu, called on members to always be upright, noting that it's only righteousness that can attract eternity.
There is no boundary line in this thing. If God is not your father, Satan is your father. He will use you when you never knew and when you are never prepared.
In Oka, Valentine Mbadewa reporting for ABS News.
Moving over to the foreign scene, a warrant has been issued for the arrest of Grace Mugabe, wife of the former president of Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe, in South Africa. The National Prosecuting Authority of South Africa had issued an arrest warrant against Mrs. Mugabe for allegedly assaulting a model, Gabriella Angels, at a hotel in Johannesburg in 2017. Minority rights group AfriForum, who announced this during a press conference, said Mrs. Mugabe allegedly assaulted Angels after she found the model partying with her 2 sons at Sandton Hotel. The South African government had in August accepted a court ruling declaring the diplomatic immunity granted to Mrs. Mugabe as invalid. The matter was then referred back to the MPA. Moving over to sports, Super Eagles coach Gernot Rohr says he has made some changes to the program of action he submitted to the Nigerian Football Federation ahead of the 2019 African Cup of Nations to be hosted by a yet-to-be-named country. The changes, according to the coach, is necessitated by the change of venue for the tournament by the Confederation of Africa Football. Cameroon was stripped of the hosting rights after it failed to meet deadlines on preparation. CAF will now decide between Egypt and South Africa who would host the AFCON 2019. The coach had previously tipped Uyo as camping ground for the Eagles due to the similarities in weather conditions with next-door Cameroon. The former Gabon gaffer confirmed that program for the tournament had been submitted since the qualifications for the tournament was confirmed in December. Now, don't forget that you can follow our news and programs on ABS from any part of the world simply by logging onto our website, which is www.absradiotv.com, or like us on our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/ABS Radio Television, or follow us on our Twitter and Instagram handle at ABS Radio TV. And before we end the news, we'll go through our headlines for this evening. The state government has urged contractors handling road projects to uphold standards and specifications. The State Police Command has arrested over 135 cultists and others across the state. President Buhari has presented 2019 budget to the National Assembly. And on the foreign scene, former First Lady of Zimbabwe, Grace Mugabe, has been declared wanted in South Africa. And with that, we come to the end of the evening news. Many thanks for being with us. My name is Ifunanya Amafili. Do have a beautiful evening.